J.L. Todd writes, Role 4, Scene 12, Take 8, Action. Hey, it's Jay, and this is my friend Julie, and she is joining me for a writer's game, like I did with Carew, where she guesses what my covers are about.
I feel like autopilot... Okay, this is like a reach. But you know how, like, when you're depressed, depression is like a chemical reaction?
Mm-hmm.
So, like... And sometimes when you're in that mode, you kind of go into autopilot, like a going through the motions type thing. That's what I think it's about. It has something to do with that. That's all I can get from this. Like, because depression is a chemical reaction in the brain. There's a beaker. I have no idea.
Okay, so I'm sorry, but you're way off.
Well, obviously.
I know, like, that gives away nothing, because, like, I made this quickly just for the game.
My idea was still good, though.
Yeah, so it was. What happens is there's this character named Zachary. He lives in New York, and he's on spring break, and he decides to go down to Oklahoma to visit his mom, who is a chemist, and she works for the government. She's a governmental chemist. And she's working on this top secret project with other chemists, where there's this substance, and if someone drinks it, then it puts them on autopilot, and, like, they can control them, and so, like, don't trust the government and stuff. And he's like, hey, I'm smart, let me try, like, see if this works with me or whatever. And she's like, honey, I love you, but you can't because it's supposed to be secret. And I haven't developed it enough because...
If it's supposed to be a secret, don't tell petulant teenage boys about it. Like, girl.
But, like, I haven't developed it a lot because it's, like, a project way, 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 way down the road, but yeah.
Like Voldemort's gay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We decided Voldemort's gay.
We decided Voldemort's gay. And stay tuned, because there will be an interesting fanfic. This could have so many connotations to it.
My ear's itchy.
Yeah.
I know. And honestly,
all I can think of is Crazy Eyes from Orange is the New Black. Like,
I haven't seen that. I need to.
I mean, it's a great show. But you're really innocent, and there's some explicit scenes in that show that we don't hide nothing, really.
When I'm like 35, I'll watch it.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. What am I supposed to get from this? Do you really expect me to guess what this is about?
Maybe. It's not the best. Like, that was just a quick one I made.
No, like, it's like, fine. I just, like... Does it have to do with eyes changing colors?
Sort of.
How do you answer sort of to that question?
Reasons.
Okay, I'm gonna write in a rule, and I'm gonna say that I have one pass in this game, and I choose to use it on this one.
Okay, fine.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I literally have no idea.
Crazy Eyes, I've actually retired it because I wrote it, like, I started in 7th grade, and so it was, like, crap. And at that time, everyone was like, woo, dystopia. And so I was like, okay, I should write some. And it was, like, really stereotypical. Basically what happens, remember, I'm, like, 12 here, so it sucks, there's this community...
All I wrote when I was 12 was fan fictions, okay? It's fine.
I never wrote fan fiction. There's this community, and it's the scientists have to change the DNA before babies are born so that they'll have blonde hair and blue eyes, so like Hitler.
Hitler! It was the delayed reaction, but we were both thinking the same thing!
And if... By the time someone's 13, if their hair's not blonde, then they have to dye it. If their eyes aren't blue, then they get killed, which basically is stupid because, like, human eyes don't just turn blue. That's not how it works.
I mean, that's not, like... It's not that bad for a 12-year-old.
Like,
it's pretty comprehensive, but do you hate the government? Because I think you hate the government.
No.
But because I do too. Trump is elected.
Okay. You know.
I know what this is about.
Still.
This is about the gays.
The gays.
I have not read this yet because only because I'm reading freaking Harry Potter.
Sure. You're excused.
So it's a collection of LGBTQ plus flash fiction and short stories by, I don't know, someone named J.L. Todd.
I think it's a Jello for a second.
Somebody named Jello Todd. I sincerely, I love this cover because it has my flag on it.
Yeah.
So wait, what am I guessing? Because this is a collection of stories.
What it's about.
A collection of stories about LGBTQ loot.
Hey, she got it right.
That one was a real stumper.
Okay, this
Ooh, and no, I love the cover. The 22 Heartbreaks of Rain. Okay.
Rainy Tavier.
Rainy Tavier. Okay.
I started that when I was
So,
like 13.
Does this have to do with reincarnation?
Yes. How the heck?
So,
How did you
okay,
even guess?
here's my
that?
question.
Oh my god.
So, if it has to do with reincarnation,
how did you guess that?
is it somebody who has a recollection of when they were reincarnated?
I haven't decided that yet. I feel like
So, is
sometimes
it a collection of stories?
It's
like
a,
you
it's
have
a
to-
series of short stories.
It's a series of short stories. So, it's the 22 times that Rainy Tavier gets her heart broken. And from based on the pictures, I'm going to say that not all of them are romantic.
Dang. Holy crap. Yeah, every time she gets her heart broken. Okay, so, again, I was like 13, so this is like...
No, these are good ideas. Don't crap on yourself.
Her best friend was mad at her, and she was like, I'm a witch, and so I'm going to curse you. Until you find out what...
Okay, that's a little stupid.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. It's
So
okay.
is Voldemort and Lestrange, but we went over this last night.
It's okay. And she curses her and it's like, you will die every time you don't truly fall in love, yada yada yada, until like you find out what true love means, because you don't love me, and so like you need to learn your freaking lesson, basically. And so every time she dies...
Could you make this gay? Is this gay?
I don't know.
Does she mean like platonic love, or
Platonic,
is like she like harboring some serious lesbian?
Platonic.
Okay.
Because I was 13 and like, I didn't really think about that.
I did.
What was I saying? Oh, so every time she experiences a heartbreak, she dies in some way, and then, yeah. Dang, girl, you're spot on. Okay.
Okay. So does this have something to do with some kind of... I can't think of the word. Hold on, give me a minute, because I don't want to be... I want to be politically correct about this. Does this have to do with like a disease of the mind? Okay.
Mental illness? Yeah.
Yeah. Mental illness! That's the word that's the phrase I can think of! Ah! Okay, so based on the picture, is it depression?
Mm-hmm.
So does this girl like bottle up her depression?
Mm-hmm.
And so she only shows half of herself to people around her?
Sort of.
And she kind of lives like half a life?
Sort of.
Question mark. Exclamation point. That's all I got.
Okay. So, the Half-Life of Sarah Morrison is about this girl from the time she was 14, 16, and she does have depression. And it's written in journal form, so it's like diary and entries and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Those books usually annoy me, but sometimes they're good.
No, me too. And...
Or like timestamps.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But like, I do include like the times because like sometimes...
Well, that's...
Because like sometimes she's up at midnight and so it's just like affects...
That's different because then you have like journal entries where it's just like there are books that'll be like at 5:45 p.m. 5:47 p.m. and I'm like, shut
No.
up.
Go
ahead. Sorry.
And it's fine. There's this one...
Not to crap on anybody's writing.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's fine. There's this one character who was briefly depressed too, and he was talking about how depression like makes someone have a half-life because even though you're alive, you're not really living because of depression.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
affecting you.
Oh, Power of the Zoes. You told me about this one when we first met, and I don't remember anything. So, You're gonna hate me.
Are you reading it?
Yeah, but you're gonna hate me.
Okay.
Because when you said the 24 teenagers get taken to zoos, I immediately thought of Nil.
I mean, like, I like the idea of Nil. It's just
It was executed poorly. The protecting the.
No, I can see that.
Oh, okay. I like the zodiac sign thing.
Yeah.
So is Zoe like a? Are the zoos? Is it more of an association or a breed?
It's a subspecies of humans.
Okay.
Breed. I don't know if they can pick that up. So, like, zoos are a subspecies of human race.
The fact that they are new. I like the cover.
Thank you. I started the second one, and I like to have like kind of the old-ish look around.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you. God, I love Create Space in Photoshop. Bless.
So this is about a group of teenagers. Hold on. Every 30 years, 24 teenagers from around the world are retrieved and taken to the headquarters of the zoos, led by Father Time. The zoos dedicate their lives to protecting. That's what I think it's about.
Is it now?
What?
Is it now?
What?
Is it now?
I mean, you wrote this, so I would hope so.
I know.
So is it about, do you focus on, like, certain teenagers in the books, then?
So, in the first draft, again, I started this when I was like 14.
Okay, that's...
I had all 24 of the new teenagers have point of views, like chapters.
Yikes!
And then I was like, okay,
Woo!
I need to chill. And so now only 8 of them have a point.
8? And that's not bad.
In the first one, there's 8 point of views, and then it's like different for the others. So I was originally going to start with 9 books, and now I have 5 and a prequel with Father Time. In the first one, Father Time has a few chapters. So yeah, it's about...
That's cool.
It's about these teenagers, when kids turn 13, if they're a zoo, then they go to the headquarters of the zoos, and Father Time is the leader, and they protect magical and non-magical beings, and each zoo has control of their element, and then an additional power, and I'll talk about that more in another video, because it's really complicated.
Wait, so do their parents know they're zoos? Like, is it like you said it's a subspecies, so is it kind of like wizards in Harry Potter?
No. With the exception of a couple, like there's a character I have named Annette, who her mom is a zoo as well, and then I have a character whose grandparents were zoos, but for most of them, this is bad, they don't know, and so, like, their memories are erased. Like, the family's memories are, like, erased. Like, whatever has happened.
So it's a secret?
Yeah, whatever's happened will have stayed happened, but, like, they
have no recollection of
it.
Okay. Well, I do vaguely remember you telling me about this book when we first... I think it was the first time I slept over your house.
Probably.
So questions nobody ever asks.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I feel like I'm gonna feel really stupid if I'm wrong. But isn't there a death in the beginning of the book or something?
Not in the beginning, toward the end.
Towards the end of the book. I've like have vague memories of so many things being told to me about this. I know she meets this guy. I know it's a guy and a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Is somebody dying?
No.
And
Of those two?
No. Somebody's dying, isn't there? Somebody dying?
I mean, someone's not dying, but someone does die.
Is it one of those two?
No.
I didn't think so. There's some kind of... Something happens. There's like a circumstance that makes the two of them... Right?
Makes the two of them, what?
Like, meet.
Yeah.
And they kind of... I feel like it's her, where she's like, shut up! I feel like it's her, where she's like...
No, I'm just thinking of your reaction.
Wait.
I'll tell you.
Doesn't one of them keep a journal of questions nobody ever asks?
Not a journal, but sort of. Like
a
mind.
list? Oh, in his mind?
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
Okay, continue.
Are there love interests?
No.
I didn't think so! Okay, I have no idea, but I like the cover a lot.
Thank you. Okay.
It's simplistic, it's down to the point, leaves me wanting more.
So questions nobody ever asks is about this girl named Jackie. She moved from California to Florida the summer before her senior year. And so she moves to Tallahassee the summer before her senior year. And her older siblings, so there's this college fund, this bank account that her parents set up for her and her older siblings to go to college with, and her older siblings pretty much use most of it, and so she's like, oh my god, I gotta take a buttload of AP classes this year so I can get like college credit for it and crap. And
Why? Why would you do one college bank account for 3 children?
because
Alright, anyways, go ahead.
and throughout the book, she starts to develop anxiety, so it does also talk about mental illness.
I remember that.
Yeah. And she meets this kid named Zarin. Jackie finds Zarin to be really weird because he keeps asking her weird questions like, have you ever stolen a street sign? Would you rather be chased by a swarm of bees or a bear? And he annoys the heck out of her, but they eventually become friends. And Zarin gets assignment to, on his online class, cinema, theater, and film productions, to do a... I know. I didn't have to do this, though. To make a, documentary of some sort.
I remember this.
Yeah, to make a documentary, and he like kind of BS's to the teacher what he's gonna do because he doesn't really know what he's gonna do for now. And then he eventually makes it on how the negative effects that the American school system has on teenagers, and he like uses Jackie in a lot of the things. And the whole book is basically what's the word? Criticizing the American school system. And
you got a lot of ground to work on with that.
Yeah, I know. This is really random, but like Jackie is a Mexican American and she's ace, and then Zarin is Puerto Rican and bi. So like I also want that diversity in there, as well as criticizing the American school system. So this is the video for today.
Hi.
This was Julie. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have a question, you can send message me in my Ask on Tumblr down yonder in the information box. And yes, I said yonder. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.